Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
All right, everybody, we are 10 days out from Christmas 2020. It is absolutely unbelievable that we made it this far in this more than crazy year. I'm Jason Grandon with the Grandon Group, host of Arizona Real Estate Showcase. I want to thank you guys for joining me for another year, making this one of the top Arizona real estate podcasts in Arizona. I'm beyond grateful, and I just cannot thank you guys enough. It's been an incredible year real estate-wise. I'm not a big fan of some of the other stuff going on or the stuff going on now. Actually, I am kind of a fan of stuff going on now because I believe that everybody is getting a lesson in real life, and it's waking a lot of people up to things that are important in life, which will bring us to some of the topics of today's Christmas show. So, first of all, for those you wondering how is the Arizona real estate market doing, let me tell you, it has been an absolutely incredible year. They've thrown every roadblock up, and when I say they, the government and whoever else, they've thrown every single roadblock up you can possibly think of, and many of us, there's 70,000 agents out here, 0.1% of us are the ones that do most of the work, are doing incredible. We got people moving into town. They love Arizona. They love Camp Verde. They love Prescott Valley, Scottsdale, Chandler, Paradise Valley, Cave Creek, Arizona. They love it. People are getting out of their states that are just being torn apart by whatever, and they're coming here to Arizona, and they're checking out the beautiful weather. I mean, up until mid-November, it was almost 100 degrees on some days. And then we've had one day of rain in the past month. And like today, it's pants and a t-shirt. It's beautiful out here. Nice 60-degree weather and stuff. People are out Christmas shopping. A little weird watching them wear these masks and stuff. But for the most part, people are out. When they're outdoors, they're really not wearing masks. Some are, which is great. And they shouldn't be. They should be out there enjoying life. But the real estate market is great. We've got over 300 people a day, 300 a day moving into Maricopa County. It's absolutely crazy. Rental market is nuts. If you're a person looking to buy an investment property and rent it out, it's going to rent out very quick. If you're just looking for a house, the values are just climbing left and right. I've actually got several clients right now that we can't get a house for because we're getting beat out on pricing. They're actually, I got to tell you this story though. So I have a new client, really nice guy. He's a manager of Safeway and up in Apache Junction, and he called and he wanted to rent a house. So I'm like, okay, why are you renting? And he gives me a story and stuff. So anyways, long story short, we qualify him to purchase a home, and he's qualified for $250,000. So for those of you that know anything about the Arizona market, you're not getting anything for $250,000 in Arizona. It's just not happening. It's ridiculous. It's a rat race to get those, and when they come up, they end up being multiple offers above and beyond. So with that said, I find a beautiful new place, $256. That's what they're asking on it. Coming soon, so it's not even on the market yet. And I call his lender, and if you guys need a good lender, this guy is really great. And they fix their stuff, and they're like, okay, we can qualify him for $256. We write the offer, send it in, get the offer accepted. This guy, who's awesome, starts crying on the phone just out of pure excitement. So he closes on January 4th. So after this beginning of the year, he will be into a, it's not brand new, but it's nice. It's definitely, it's only like 4 years old, and first home. And so dreams happen. Dreams come true at Christmas time, and that's going to be part of the subject of today's podcast. So there are many of you out there that realize or think that you cannot buy a house. Oh, my credit's not good. I had a bankruptcy, had a divorce. I just don't have enough money for a down payment. Let me tell you, put all that stuff aside. You guys need, if you really want to purchase a home and get out of the rental market, and again, I'm not bashing rentals because obviously that's a big part of our business is instantrenters.com. And, renters are great, especially if you don't know an area and stuff like that. You rent for a little while. But for those of you that are considering buying, you've got to change the mindset a little bit. You've got to get out of that mindset that you need 20% down, you need to have excellent credit, this and that. Let's introduce you to some lenders. And I always recommend, just like realtors, interview 2 or 3 or 4 realtors, lenders, whatever. But in this case, interview some lenders, and we'll introduce them to you if you like. Let them run your credit, give them your scenario, and let them put you on a roadmap. I guarantee you that they'll be able to tell you, hey, you can buy right now. Or, hey, 5 months out you can buy, or change this and you can buy. They will get you approved and get you on a roadmap to being able to buy. Don't waste any more time. The numbers are absolutely incredible of the prices that are going up. If you had bought, for instance, this guy that just bought one in Apache Junction, had you bought this house last year 4 years ago when it went on the market at 188, they just sold it for 256. In 4 years, they've made nearly $70,000. It's absolutely amazing. So don't let 2021 be the year where you're still thinking about doing stuff. Let us introduce you to a lender. Let's get you in front of them. Let's get a roadmap to get you a home. I assure you that your situation is not as bad as you think it is. And if it is, then we put you in a rental. We'll stay with you for a year or so, and then we'll get you a house. Home ownership is a pinnacle of everyone's life. You need to really focus on getting a home. And we're here to help you. No judging, anything like that. There's some of the realtors out here, they're like, I only deal with luxury homes, which, great. To me, a luxury home, I've had people that have bought a trailer and that's a luxury home to them. So you know what? Whether you're spending $50,000 or $20 million, it doesn't matter. We can help you do that. The GRANDON GROUP, Arizona Real Estate Showcase. We are powered by Corcoran Platinum Living Realty, one of the number 1 names in luxury. But anyways, we want to get you guys a house. We want you to have fun doing it. You deserve it, especially after this year. Everybody deserves to buy a house. Sellers. All right, it's time to get real. Yes, it is still a seller's market. Yes, there's a lot of people coming to town that want your house. But you've got to still put out a good product. So for the most part, everyone's pretty good. But we always get those people that, hey, Jason, Stacy, this is my sister, I want to sell my house. I got a house here. I just paid $300,000 for it last year. Can you get me $600,000 for it this year? I mean, there's one thing about having a surcharge on a house or, demanding a little bit more, but you still have to be realistic. Plus, you've got the appraisal issues to deal with. And also, you don't want to necessarily rip people off. You don't want to come in and overcharge them for a house that, they're not going to be able to get out of. And plus, they won't buy it. I mean, buyers are smart. There's no doubt about it. Lenders are smart, and they stay on top of their buyers. But if you are wanting top dollar for your house, there's several things to do that will actually generate you more money. And I'll argue with some realtors on this. Let me tell you one thing that absolutely, without a doubt, generates, it's the difference between getting $10,000 and $20,000 more for your house. And that is the marketing. Some of you hear that? Some of you hire realtors, your friends, family, your daughter's best friend, sister's brother's cousin who just got their real estate license. And it's great. Everybody needs to learn. But one of the biggest keys in real estate when you're selling a house, and this is to the sellers, is the marketing. Taking a picture with your iPhone of the house is not the best marketing in the world. Hire a professional. The realtors should have enough money to market your house when they list it. They should be able to hire a professional photographer. On average, a 2,000 square foot home is going to run you about $250 for a good photographer. I mean, I'm talking professional, really nice, glossy, something you can use for marketing. Second thing you'll never catch a GRANDON GROUP doing this, paper flyers. We will never print off your home and run it through a copy machine and hand those out. That will not happen. We always use a very, very thick cardstock. It's expensive, but every house, whether it's $50,000 or $20 million, deserves to have a story told on paper. Virtual tours, essential, absolutely. Rentals, whatever it is, sales, whatever it is, you're getting a virtual tour. The other thing too, and this discussion came up a couple weeks ago with a guy that does this, And we were talking about it, and I actually have to agree with him. One of the biggest things is going to be the difference, and to the realtors, they're probably like, it's not that much, and they're kind of pricey to do it. Drone footage, absolute must on homes these days, even if it's tied in between two homes on a subdivision. Now, again, it's a little pricey to do it, but I'll tell you what, when you're promoting the houses and you're putting it out on social media and doing all this marketing, it's absolutely essential that your end user looks at it and says, wow, this area is great. And from 400 feet up in the air and they're getting views of your home and stuff, there's nothing better. So one of the most essential things I believe is important for selling a home is the drone and great photos. So I'm not discounting those that are using their iPhones because there's some talented people that do it. But when you're selling a home, it has to have a story that's being told. I assure you, you will get top dollar. If you want to talk about it more, call the GRANDON GROUP, powered by Corcoran Platinum Living. Okay, so hey, let's get on to some new things. We told you 2020, they put out some new rules as far as what makes our job more difficult. And so some people aren't going to like this, but I'm always honest with you guys. And again, I thank you guys for listening. So this year, the National Association of Realtors put out this horrible rule. So first of all, let me get you this. So there's committees, and everything you do, there's these different committees. You can volunteer to be on this board or that board. Not all, but a lot of times the people that are on the board are the people that have never sold real estate. They have their license, they maybe sold one home, or they think they know what they're doing. They get on these boards and they create horrible, dumb, ridiculous rules that absolutely tie our hands to help our buyers and sellers out. And they have no clue. And it gets pushed through, and unfortunately, politics always falls into it. So when they say, well, we're not political, it's 100% nonsense. It's political, and it's a mindset. It's quite honestly disgusting. But we're trying to keep this positive. So anyways, on the coming soons, you're going to see when you're looking at homes, you'll see a home, and you're like, oh, here's one coming soon. Or we list your home, and we put it up on a coming soon. So generally, the new rule is that a realtor cannot take a home and promote it privately. They have to put it on the market or this quote-unquote coming soon status for a maximum of 30 days. So if I list your home and I'm like, listen, Mr. Seller, I'm going to put your home on, today is December 15th, I'm going to put it on January 15th. I cannot go out and promote the house on Facebook, Twitter, Parlor, Rumble, any of those places. I can't put it out there. I can put it in our own personal branch and tell people about it, but I can't promote it out there without getting a huge fine. And so we have a little section called Coming Soon. So we can put it up on the MLS under Coming Soon. Basically, people can't see it. The realtors can. But what gets me is the realtors that put it up as a Coming Soon and don't let other realtors in to see it. They put this house up that you're selling, and they're like, it's coming soon, but no showings until it's active. What is the absolute purpose of that? That is doing your client a disservice, and we get more and more realtors that are getting ridiculous on this. Here's a coming soon, but you can't show it, but it's coming soon. It's kind of like, look I've got chocolate and you don't. I don't understand the purpose of it. It's absolutely ridiculous and a 100% disservice to the client. Now, the other thing is sometimes you get that person that comes in there and says, okay, we'll let you see the house coming soon. They write an offer and the house is sold. So other realtors are claiming, well, that's unfair because you had it coming soon and you didn't let me see it. But you know what? We don't care about that stuff. The bottom line is to make sure buyers, sellers are happy with the decision they're making. We want to get along with the other realtors and you want to have a fair playing ground. But you know what? Don't make things ridiculous where it's impossible for other realtors and buyers and sellers to get their job done. So that's just something that you might want to talk to if you're discussing this with other realtors. Okay, the other thing is, and so that goes back to the agents. So you get some of these agents that are just kind of flaunting it out there. Their job should be to market your home, and when someone calls on it, bring another agent in, let them see it. If they make an offer, they're getting rid of your house. The agent looks like a hero. You're happy, and you move on. The market's great, but it's not great enough to sit there and dangle a house that may or may not be a little overpriced in front of everybody and not sell it and let it sit and accumulate days on market. It just doesn't cut it. Okay, so the next thing, investors, this one's kind of for you. We want to make sure you know this. So as many of you know, we've worked with many politicians this year on different campaigns. It was a blast. Total learning experience, and on some of it, I got to tell you, just absolutely disgusting on some of the stuff that goes on behind the scenes that we have no clue about. We can do that in a different episode because, again, we don't want this to really be a political show. So, but anyways, for those investors or those people that are looking to buy investment homes to rent out, there is new legislation and new rules coming out here in Arizona that are going to hinder your short-term rentals. Right now, there's some HOAs that will not allow you to do Airbnb. Some have minimum 30, some have minimum 60-day requirements to rent your place out. So if you're thinking about buying an investment property, these are things you're going to want to check out. And then for those that don't have an HOA, I know some of you are thinking, I can do whatever on the HOA. Not quite. The new legislation, from what I understand, is coming out, is going to put a hinder on renting your place out. Big area is Paradise Valley. So Paradise Valley is an affluent area. Beautiful. Great. And quite honestly, I understand why they don't. People don't want short-term rentals in there. You rent out your big 10,000 square foot home for $25,000 a night, and then they come in and have parties. In fact, one of our clients rented their house out to a record label, and they just literally trashed the house. They had a huge party, and neighbors were mad. House is trashed. So we understand that. But anyways, with that said, legislation's coming down. So if you're an investor and you're looking to buy rental properties or short-term rental properties, give us a call. You have to know what's going on before you do it. The other thing is, if you're looking to generate some good income on a house, going out and buying a $800,000 house to rent it for $2,000 a month does not cut it. It's not even good business. We'll make sure that that part's taken care of. And we're very frank with it. We'll let you know everything going on. Okay. I'm so excited about Christmas, I can't even tell you. I've got 2 boys. They're getting some great gifts. There's many kids out there. If you guys are looking to donate and help out stuff, some of our big causes going into 2021 is going to be human trafficking and child exploitation. We're going to kind of get really active in that this year. One of the things that came through my desk this past weekend was the LA Dream Center. Matthew Barnett, who is an incredible pastor, he started this program in LA a long time ago, and they feed thousands upon thousands of people. They take care of hundreds of thousands of people a year. And this year, with this whole China virus and stuff, the city said, hey, no Christmas. You can't hand out those 25,000 Christmas gifts, those 1,500 hams you have, the food, you're closed down. And so I get a video the other day, and he's just like, our hands are tied. We can't do anything. So finally, long story short, they got past that, and they're reopened, and they're going to be helping out thousands of people in the community, and the kids are going to have a Christmas. So I got to tell you, the churches have really been under a lot of fire with these, and we need to support the different causes. So if you guys are feeling charitable and you want to give some Christmas stuff, I highly recommend Dream City Church. They've got some great programs helping thousands of people here in Arizona. And then also, just because of the cause, and they're tied in with this one here, the Dream City LA. It's a great cause. You're helping thousands of girls, guys, people that are just not in a good spot. But they're getting there, and this group is doing an amazing job. So Dream City Church, for those of you moving to Arizona, if you're looking for a great church, I have to recommend the church. The Barnetts are incredible. Okay, holiday decor. We drive around the neighborhoods at night. We take the kids in the back of the car, and we're looking at hundreds of lights, thousands of lights. In fact, our next episode of the LOCKBOX, which will air this week, will be on the decor on the holiday lights. We have seen some amazing light displays. For those of you out there that are putting up these displays, it's amazing. I put up a display, and I'm always like, oh, this is great. And then my neighbor puts up a display, and I'm like, darn, I just got whipped. Then you go over to Dove Valley Ranch, Candy Cane Lane, or you go to Aviano or Fulton Ranch, and you're just blown away. You got these huge homes that have just have every inch covered with holiday decor. It is absolutely amazing. Just absolutely love it, and it's the best absolute way to get into the holiday spirit as we head over to 2021. Okay, so finally, one of the big things that, and it was funny, we had a couple emails on it this week. One thing that people want for Christmas, and this goes into buying a new home, I guess, home theaters. Everybody wants their home theater, which is it's great. So I was researching some different articles and stuff on how to do it, and like Ashley Furnitures and Living Spaces and different Arizona Leather Company, which by the way is a fantastic place if you're looking to have a custom-made furniture. Check out Arizona Leather. The big plush seats that you can kind of recline back helps set up a movie theater. So is that a home theater in your mind, or do you have to have a separate room? And it just depends. I've seen many homes, and there's many people calling. They are dedicating wasted space or the front rooms on these houses to home theaters, and there are some absolutely amazing decor. There's houses here that put a 110-inch screen up in their front room, and then when you go in, it's kind of almost curtained and draped off, and you go in and they've got 4 of those big luxurious chairs with surround sound. So to make the perfect home theater, I think a lot of it goes in more than just the screen and the projection. I think a lot of it is in your sound. And so there's some great deals on sound, and I've got to tell you, spend a little bit more if you can. You'll see some good deals out there on some no-name speakers that are great for surround sound. You know what? Sometimes check them out, check the reviews. Sometimes it's better to save your money and spend the extra $100, $200, maybe $300 on the sound. It's going to make a difference. And then also on the TVs, there's some great deals on TVs here. And as I'm learning, I'll go buy a cheap TV because if it breaks, then you just get rid of it. But as I'm learning, it might be better to spend a little bit more on a TV because the color content on them is absolutely amazing. And when you guys are watching these movies, it's a difference between watching it on an old TV with no surround sound to watching it with surround sound, a great 4K TV, 1080p, whatever that number is. It's a world of difference, and it's absolutely amazing. So if you guys are thinking about doing a home theater, let's talk. We'll introduce you to some great people. I don't think you necessarily need to hire the big companies to set it up for you. If you have the disposable income to do it, then yes, do it. But if not, there's plenty of people out there that know what they're doing, can help you get set up. So in closing, thank you guys. This has been an incredible year. Absolutely incredible. We love it. And again, thanks for making Arizona Real Estate Showcase one of the number one real estate podcasts in Arizona. I hope you guys made it through 2020 good. It's going to get a little messy for the next few weeks until we get through some of this other stuff. But you know what? 2021 is going to be an absolute incredible year. It's going to be an incredible year for all of you. For those of you that have never thought you can buy a house, call me up because you're going to buy one. We're going to get you hooked up. For those of you thinking about selling and doing something different, let's talk. We can help out with that. You're not going to find a better spot in the country than Arizona. This is just absolutely amazing. It's going to be great. There's a ton of stuff to do. We've got a ton of events coming up. We're enhancing our podcast. We're going to be on Rumble, YouTube, which is dying out, but Rumble, we'll have our stuff there. And pretty soon you'll be able to see the podcast live or with video. So anyways, if you guys need anything, I'm Jason Grandon, your host. My sister is Stacy. And Prescott Valley, Sedona, Cottonwood, we've got our teammate, Cody. He is incredible, and we are selling homes left and right up there, and we will be opening a shop. We've been talking about it. So any questions real estate related, call me up. You guys have an incredible holiday season. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever it may be. You guys are fantastic. And again, thanks. I am very grateful for this show, for you guys, all the people listening. And we love your show ideas, so keep sending them in, jason@instantrenters.com. I am Jason Grandon with the GRANDON GROUP, powered by Corcoran Platinum Living. Merry Christmas. We'll see you guys soon.